Let's welcome on board Vinkesh Gulati, VP Automotive Skills Development Council, former President FARA as well on the show right now. Vinkesh, hi, great to have you today on ET Now. Just taking a leaf from what Bajaj Auto's earnings have been. I know you can't comment directly on that, but just wanted to understand, what is your own assessment of the auto industry right now, and especially two-wheelers in particular. Because it seems that, festive sales are turning out to be a bit of an enigma. We don't know what's going to be there on the other side, whether it's, the kind of inventory pile-up that's there, or can we really see genuine demand-led recovery when it comes to two-wheelers in particular?
So, good morning and thanks for having me. Very frankly, industry overall is in a positive trend in this festive, and specifically two-wheeler, if we see, it's showing a good growth. The Navratra period has shown a double-digit growth, no doubt it's just around 10 to 12%, not more. But it is positive, and normally indications show that the Navratra is growing. The Dhanteras and Diwali period grows a bit better. So we are very positive on the two-wheeler side, and specifically talking on this is that slowly and steadily now even the rural is coming back. I'm not saying it has come back to pre-COVID level, but the growth is seen there. So products like Bajaj, which has recently launched Freedom CNG, is seriously taking good numbers from rural side, and even other products like Honda Shine and all. So with the rural uptick happening, and urban was also in a positive sense for the past year or so, we are seriously seeing good two-wheeler growth happening, and this festive would be, I feel, very good festive for two-wheeler specific. On the point of inventory, I feel we haven't ever said that inventory in two-wheeler is a challenge. Normally, just the start of the festive, we normally keep a 2 months inventory seeing the festive, and this time festive is both the important auspicious occasions are in 1 month. So that's how our inventory had been. So inventory in two-wheeler is not a challenge as of today. We are seeing a good demand here. The inquiries are good. And with rural support, we'll 100% see a good sales with a double-digit growth, maybe just a initial double-digit growth. But things are positive in the two-wheeler industry as of now.
Okay, you are saying things are positive, but I think people are taking a leaf out of what Bajaj Auto management had to say on the con call yesterday, because they said if the festival season continues the way it is right now, the industry growth is going to be just 5% versus 8% that they had penciled earlier. Do you disagree with that, assessment then?
So actually, there are two different sides of the coin. When FADA or we dealers talk about it, we talk about the retail trend, the end delivery customer. Whereas when the OEMs talk about, they talk about the dispatches. So obviously, they are looking the dispatches to be muted. But on the delivery front, we are positive. And normally what happens that once the festive is over, all the dealers try to reduce their inventory to match seeing the future, because the kind of sales we see in the festive month is at least 1.5 times than our regular month. So obviously, we reduce our inventory by 20 to 50%, depending on at what inventory we are. So our wholesale or the dispatches will reduce. So maybe the Bajaj management has given that indication, but it's tough for me to comment on them. What I'm trying to say is the ground reality, the retails are good. We have good inventory today, and we'll be able to have a initial double-digit growth in this festive month.
Double-digit growth is what you are expecting in the festive season. I think that would definitely lend some support to the sentiment today, if that's the assessment that you have, that there is going to be at least a double-digit two-wheeler growth coming in the festive season. But this double-digit growth, if I had to ask you, what would it translate to the full-year growth? Would you have any sense there?
See, two-wheeler is already growing. If you see this calendar year or even fiscal year, two-wheeler is growing at double-digit regularly. If you see the H1 data, what FADA also has given was we have seen a double-digit growth, and this festive also we are seeing. So I feel by the year-end calendar or fiscal, we will see a double-digit growth happening on the retail side.
Okay, double-digit growth on the retail side. And sir, would you have a view in terms of Mr. Gulati as to what is doing better, what not? Because with this entire Ola Electric issue coming up, clearly their sales seem to have dropped a bit, though they are talking about market share gain. How do you see that story really playing out? Because the customers seem to have burned their hands with the kind of service issues which are coming up.
So you are right on one company, no doubt. But if you see on the legacy players who have come up with the electric vehicle, they are seeing a real great numbers happening. Talk of TVS, talk of Bajaj. Their electric vehicle growth is awesome. They have increased their market share also. But talking about only Ola will not be talking about industry. No doubt they have a big market share. But what they are going through is a different scenario what actually the market is going through. So I feel that will not give you the exact image. The way we are seeing the electric vehicle legacy player growing, their growth rate is high. And I am expecting even Ola is now in a process of correcting their whatever the issues they had on the ground. And in times to come, they'll also be back on track with the growth rate which we are talking about. So I don't see electric vehicle also a challenge. And I just want to add to your previous question. In the H1 retail side, we had seen 9.08% growth in two-wheeler if we compare both the H1 financial year. And normally H2 is better than H1. So that is what I'm commenting on. If we have seen 9.08% growth in two-wheeler H1, I'm sure the fiscal year will end around 10 to 12, not below that.
A lot of moving parts, and I guess it's going to be a very critical festival season. Vinkesh, thank you so much for accommodating our request to chat on such a short notice. Good to have you on the show.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.